career path was basketball. I was like extremely good at sports in high school. But my mom passed away in 11th grade. And like putting the I'ma go crazy vibes out. Yeah, instead of tell you, I was like, I really didn't want to kind of do that. I was like, everybody's gonna think I'm crazy. The politics of all of this has like been just a roller coaster.
Yeah. What up, man? It's the homie Uknowcell. This is the first installment of Kicking It with the Homie, and of course, I got the pleasure of having Neisha and Neshae with me. What's up, Neisha?
What's up?
What's poppin'?
Nothing.
Coolin'? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's get straight to it, man. I've been knowing you for a long time. Some people may know, some people may not know. But let's talk about some of our initial meetings. First time I met you, I was obviously somewhere else at a different location. And you were, what, 16, 17 at that time? 18?
I think 17 going on 18.
All right, so what pushed you at that point even to get into music?
So my original career path was basketball. I was like extremely good at sports in high school. But my mom passed away in 11th grade. So that's what made me like veer more towards the music side of things, you know. It's my escape now and always has been my, you know, the thing that saved me from taking the wrong path in life.
Yeah. So let's dive into the parent situation, because I know in 2017 I lost my dad. Obviously, I was able to experience a lot of time with him, but even losing him kind of unexpectedly for sure, it affected me in a few ways where I didn't think it was going to.
Yeah.
So for you, how was that experience for you? Because you lost your mother a little bit way younger than I was. I was fully grown when I lost my dad. So how did that affect you or show up like in your personal life?
My mom didn't actually raise my sister and I.
Okay.
So I was reunited with her in 11th grade at the mall one day. So I spent the next 2 years of my life going into 11th grade, you know, going over to her house, getting to know her and things like that. So I think being in the process of getting to know her made it a little more difficult for me. I felt like my opportunity got cut a little short.
Yeah.
But I also was just grateful to have that time with her.
Yeah.
So 11 years later, it's still difficult, but it gets easier. You find like new ways to like honor them and keep their name and their energy alive. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that process, and I feel kind of like you because I grew up in a single parent household. My dad was always there, but I grew up with my mom, and I feel like as I became a grown man, I understood him a lot more, and he started to understand me a lot more. And like at that point, we were having a way better relationship, just like on a different level, because we could like speak to each other as men.
Yeah.
So I feel you on that one. It's like, you know, it kind of got cut short for me too, in a sense, even though I had him for a long period of time. But so for me, I even, you know, tried to get into therapy and stuff like that too to kind of help me and figure out new ways to cope. And obviously, being in entertainment and dealing with people, being around people and connecting, that kind of helps too. It's like therapy, just talking to people a lot of times. So in your music, the first record I knew about was On the Cloud. Talk to me about that particular record and what that did for you at the time and in your career when it first came out.
I think On the Cloud for me was just like a really good intro to the world, to let them know like, you know, I'm here, this is my message to you guys. Like I came in with I came from the bottom and here I'm at the top now. So, you know, On the Cloud was my breakout record. But then I followed up with I'ma Go Crazy and that like blew it out the water. But I do think On the Cloud still has like a lot of life left to it. Yeah. Once other things maybe blow up, On the Cloud to do its thing like again.
Circle back around.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely a timeless record.
Yeah, for sure. It's like every time you hear it, it's the first time. So speaking about that, from On the Cloud to I'ma Go Crazy, that shows a lot of versatility in you as an artist.
Yeah.
So how do you balance that, the singing, the rapping, you know, just like the melodic side of you, but also being able to like spit some real bars? How do you balance that?
I was honestly nervous about going from On a Cloud and then like putting the I'ma Go Crazy vibes out. Yeah, instead of tell you, I was like, I really didn't want to kind of do that. I was like, everybody's gonna think I'm crazy. But you know, we trust the process, and I mean, it worked. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot more crazy girls out there than I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, you know, with me just being confident in my R&B trap vibes, I love the balance of singing and rapping. So that's just like what I love to do.
Yeah.
That vibe of both. I don't like people to try to put me in a box.
Right.
You know?
Now, one thing I will say, as a female artist from a guy's perspective, generally it's hard for guys to kind of like relate and listen to female music, just because y'all obviously have a totally different perspective.
For sure.
But I find with you, it's not hard. I feel like you have a great female fan base and you have a great male fan base as well. What do you think you attribute that to? Like being able to kind of be successful in both demographics?
I love to cater to both. Like the song that I just released with Cash Kid, Same Old Me. I feel like that's very generalized. You could be a male or a woman and be going through that, like what I said in the hook, which is like losing things, going through things in life and still remaining the same authentic person that you are.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of my music speaks, you know. It's nothing. I do songs that are, you know, obviously just for girls and just for guys, but also there's songs where, you know, the message in the record could go for anybody.
Yeah.
So I think that's important, you know, just to kind of cater to either or. My music is for people that are looking for a light, that have been through things. They're, you know, trying to discover how to be purposeful.
Yeah.
And so that could go for anybody.
All right, and then I think the word that you just said, purpose, is a good word to talk about your journey and your growth, coming in the game so young, dealing with some of the things that you dealt with earlier, which we'll kind of try to get into a little bit deeper. What has that journey been like for you, and have you had to kind of like, through the peaks and valleys, like reset and refine what your purpose is?
Definitely. In the beginning of my career, I believe I had like all these goals and aspirations that I wasn't super in tune with. I was kind of just saying things that sounded good, like I can't think of an example, but I can go back in my old interviews and I can hear in my responses where I was kind of like less intentional, less mindful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I really do believe God has redirected me on my purpose. At first, doing music for me was just because it was my passion. It was just because it was something I loved to do. It was my outlet and those things.
Yeah.
But however, along the way, I've discovered that I do music because that's what God ordained me to do. That's like my way of being a messenger, being a gardener and planting all these seeds and teaching people all these different things. Not only about God, but about passion, purpose, you know, and becoming your greatest self here on this earth. I just kind of ranted a little bit, but that's neither here nor there.
No, that's all good. That's all good stuff. Because I think that it's a lot of people that are in entertainment striving to do certain things and may be young and need some of that motivation. You know what I mean? So just hearing those type of things from you, somebody who's been, you know, like successful, you know what I mean, and been at this point like a young OG. That's like you, what, 10.
Yeah, 10.
10 years.
9, almost 10 years in.
Yeah, so I think that's huge.
Thank
for you to still be so young. So what do you find your purpose is like right now in this moment? Because I see you, you know, not only just doing music, you entrepreneur, you know what I mean? You're doing content. Like what is your ultimate purpose or ultimate goal like right now with music?
My ultimate purpose is to use my music to tell my story, to inspire and motivate other people to see the light and tap into their full potential and create the life that they truly desire for themselves.
Yeah. I think that's dope too.
My main goal is to create a foundation and a structure so that I can, you know, take care of my family, leave things behind for my children, and create generational wealth. You know, of course my passion is music, but there's so many other things that I have conjured up in my mind that I'm getting into and going to continue to get into. So it's just all about creating the life that you want.
Yeah. Now, we've been on a high. We've been talking about purpose and all of those type of things.
Yeah.
I kind of want to take a quick left because obviously in anybody's life, career, just anything that you're doing, you have peaks and valleys. And you've been through some of those in your music career. So can you speak to that as far as like, you know, some people, even though I feel like you always are dropping, always are relevant and being seen, there's some people who may feel like, all right, well, where has Neisha been? Or why is she not consistent? Or whatever they may think, even though that you are continuously working.
Yeah.
So talk to me about like some of those holdups or trials that you've gone through in your career so far.
The politics of all of this has like been just a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Obviously there's high and lows in any career. You know, any entrepreneur or business owner will tell you there's highs and lows in all of it. But you know, just the behind the scenes thing, not being able to drop music for a period of time held me up a little bit. And but now we're kind of scooting past that a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm able to drop music, and I'm just remaining steadfast.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, moving forward and trying not to dwell on things that I feel like might have held me back in the past. Of course, there were things and people I felt like were and have been trying to hold me up, but I try not to pay that any mind. You know, I feel like anything God has planned for me is for me, and nobody can stop that. So.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about like, it's you've seen it more and more and more of young people getting into entertainment for sure. What would you say to those young people getting into entertainment who may be looking at contracts, paperwork, things like that, that could possibly hold them up? Like what will be some of your advice to either, you know, male or female, whoever that may be? Yeah,
it's important to be knowledgeable, you know, educate yourself. Get a mentor, take a consultation. You know, my manager does consultations, tap in.
For sure.
But yeah, just make sure that you're informing yourself and you know what you're getting yourself into. Because I wouldn't say that I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I signed my first contract. However, I was 17 going on 18 or whatever, and I didn't understand all of the intricacies and all of the, you know, the extra steps.
Right.
So now, in future dealings, I will make sure that I have all my T's crossed and my I's dotted.
For sure.
You know, and I'm on top of that. I think that's important no matter how old you are. There's so many things to know and learn about the music industry. You know, it's like it's a never ending thing. So just stay on top of that. So
what has it been like, you know, recently for you, like in the music? You just dropped Demon Time, you have records like Step. So talk to me about like currently what's going on with Neisha.
Neisha has a new single out called Demon Time featuring I Swear Bezo. She also has a new single out called Step, produced by Fat Boy, and she is getting ready to release her first album, her first body of work since 2017.
All right, so you just popped off three things. So talk to me first about Step and the emergence of all like the content and everything surrounding Step. Like, how did that record even come together for you?
So to add something to the list of three things, I also have a new series coming out for a movie I just shot, 6 episodes.
Yeah, we're going to get into the acting bag too.
So about Step, a girl, I think her name is Grace.
That's the writer.
The writer?
It was
Kelsey and Grace. Shout out to Kelsey and Grace. Those are two people that said no. They hit him up about the record. He sent it to me, said I would, you know, sound dope on it. And I was like, it's perfect for where I'm at in life. I am in a, you know, a new sense of me. I'm evolving, leveling up in so many different ways. And so Step felt like that message for me. Also, not that long ago, a couple years ago, I had just stepped out of something super toxic. So I was like, let's do it.
Stepping out of the BS.
Step out of the BS for sure. Like,
For sure.
So that's what I did. I recorded it at home, sent it back. If Fat Boy liked it, they liked it, so we put it out. And it's a banger, good hustle song. Yeah,
for sure. It's definitely a dope record.
Yeah.
And it's like the trend a little bit. You know, you come with that. Now we got Demon Time, which are two totally different records. So talk to me about working with Vezo. Obviously, he's like one of the biggest artists coming from out of the city and been doing it for a long time. So talk to me about working with him and how you were able to even link up with him for that record, or what made you want to link up with him for that record.
I think just listening to it over and over again, anytime I'm listening to songs sometimes I do listen like, which artist would sound good on this? And so that's kind of what I did, and I decided like a year ago that I wanted him on there, and I was refusing to put the song out without him on it.
No, I feel it.
Like I was willing to wait however long, because I just feel like he was perfect for it, and he killed that.
Yeah, I really feel like that'd be the best way that songs come about, when you're listening to songs and you can hear the voice, and it's not just like a manufactured, you know what I mean, like a put together type forced record. So the meaning behind Demon Time, obviously you see the artwork, you see, you know, everybody on Demon Time. But what's your meaning behind Demon Time?
There's so many different meanings. For me, it's tapping into your sexy, your mysterious, your unapologetic, no need for validation, room shaker energy. You know, I think we all have two sides to us, the light that God gave us and the fire that God also gave us. And sometimes you got to tap into the fire when people don't appreciate the humility that you show and the grace that you give to people.
Yeah, for sure.
And I want women this summer to just, you know, unapologetically be themselves, wear your hair the way you want to, you know, enjoy life, do what you want, be free, be creative, because that's what life is all about.
We touched on it earlier a little bit as far as like the acting. Obviously, you work with Vezo on this record, but you've also worked with Vezo in movies as well.
Yeah.
So talk to me about your acting bag and what got you into that.
My first movie was called Ring of Silence. Kaylani was supposed to play the part in that movie. She wasn't able to make it, so they reached out to us, and I didn't even get any rehearsals or anything. That was just like, they put me right on set. They said I did a great job, and I was like, all right, well, maybe I'm just a natural with the acting, you know?
No, for sure.
So,
you always had a lot of personality, so
thank you.
I can definitely.
It's the Gemini in me.
Yeah. My son, one of those too.
Really?
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay. So you know well.
I know. For sure.
I don't remember what my next movie was after Price of Love. Ring of Silence. But getting to Price of Love, Turn of the Cheek?
Yeah.
Oh, Turn of the Cheek. Shout out to Janae Black. She is a director out here in Detroit. She reached out to me for that movie, Price of Love.
Price of Love.
Vezo didn't hit me up to do Price of Love. It was Kamal Smith. But once Vezo found out I was playing that part, he was like, oh, yeah. I know she's going to kill that, yeah. So, shout
out to Kamal too, man. He's been doing the movies and the stage plays and all of that for a long time. So shout out to Kamal.
And he stay in the gym too. Like I see he, you know, has a good routine with his life. That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to get in the gym myself more consistently. So I'm looking at you. I'm looking at him, and a whole bunch of other people for motivation. For that motivation, for sure.
Okay.
So you talked about the series that you're doing. Is there any details that you can give to us as far as like the series that's getting ready to come out for you, or?
It's called We Different.
Okay.
6 episodes. It's about a group of friends that all have different issues in their life.
Okay.
Crazy different issues though.
All right.
You know what I mean?
What's your character name?
Should I tell my character name? No, I
Can't
can't
do that?
tell you. I can't.
All right.
I can't.
All right, for sure.
Not yet, but
we'll stay posted on the gram.
She's definitely T.
TikTok.
Yeah.
We'll find out soon. For sure. So the series that you got getting ready to come out, anything else in the bag, like for you personally, with you being in movies, acting in movies, and I know that your pen game is good because I listen to your music.
Thank you.
Could you see yourself writing something for you, writing a movie or like a short series or something like that?
I think I'm gonna start with like writing like short films that for my music though,
like real music videos, like short film style, like music video type thing.
Yeah, kind of make it a storyline where they all like intertwine type of thing.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Start with that first.
You know who's doing a good job of that? I just seen
Tigris.
Yes, for sure, with the rivalry series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's dope. For sure.
I went to his premiere for the last album he did where they did that, and I'm like, yeah. It's definitely top tier with the creativity.
obviously, we've talked about the music. You got an album on the way. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the album. What can people expect from that joint? And are you giving any? You can't tell me your character name. Can you tell me the name of the album?
Yeah. Redirection is the name of the album.
All right.
I feel like that name is so loud. You hear it and you think, which way, right? Mm-hmm. I hope. But
I mean, for sure.
Hopefully you hear redirection, you're like, which way? But for that album, you can just really expect inspiration, vulnerability, authenticity. What else can you expect?
Say them all the things you already showcased.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's gonna be on an elevated level.
Put into a nice, beautiful body of work.
Yeah.
With the bow on top.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I have a song on there called "Blessed." So, I mean, obviously, you hear "blessed." What do you think?
Blessed. Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. Okay. So yeah, it's just really good, feel good vibes. All of the songs on the project, I think with the exception of one, I recorded and wrote myself at home. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, this project is pretty close to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now let's just get into some fun stuff really quick, man. Like I always be seeing you be popping out. Like what's day in the life of Neisha like? Like what is your general routine? If people want to be in your business, obviously you put a lot on TikTok and all that anyway. But let's dive into that a little bit.
A routine day for me is sometimes rough because I'm not too much of a routine girl, but I know it's necessary to live a successful life. Mm-hmm. But the things in my life that are routine is like my morning routine, getting up, reading, meditating before I get my day started, brushing my teeth, obviously.
For sure.
Also going to the gym daily.
My inspiration.
Yeah. And since I have a studio at home, I try to make sure I record at least 4 or 5 days out the week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much my routine. Everything else is like what I make time for. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm working on content consistently, doing all these other things like my own marketing and...
It's like busy.
Yeah, just like whatever I need to do as an independent artist. Sometimes it takes you being the jack of many hats. And so that's what Seth and I do.
Say on the daily. Mm-hmm. No, for sure. So it's been a lot going on in the industry too, man. It's like Chris Brown locked up.
Oh my God.
You already know the trial going on. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of stuff going on, man. You have any opinions about like the field that you're in right now? Entertainment wise, you being a female, working in a male dominated industry, even though that the female's been popping it like these last few years for sure.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the state of the industry right now?
I had to keep my screen time down. Like I just can't even keep scrolling and seeing all of that.
Yeah, it's so much.
I just think it's important to keep good people around you.
Yeah.
And take these things that we're seeing as a lesson and a discretion not to be doing stuff that, these people are doing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's really my opinion at the end of the day. And when you keep good people around you, 9 times out of 10, you don't have to worry about those type of things. So.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Praying for everybody involved in everything that's going on with everything.
That was a great political answer.
Thank you.
Well, no, man, I definitely appreciate you stopping through and kicking it with me.
Of course.
Before we get out of here, is there any last minute words that you want to give the people, or just a quick rundown of things for people to just be sure they stay on keep on their radar from you? Definitely people know the social media, but definitely give your social media so people who are not like locked in can make sure they do that.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow me on all social media at Neisha Neshae. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an album coming out soon. New single out, Demon Time. Also Step. Make sure you guys go download that on all streaming platforms. Yeah. And I'm just like grateful and appreciate everyone that's like held me down since the beginning of my career. We are on a new era, new level, new everything. So just stay tuned for all the greatness, and it's up and it's stuck.
For sure.
Thank you for having me.
Nah, I appreciate you coming through, man. This is Kicking It With the Homie. And just stay locked in. Be looking forward for more episodes. But shout out to Neisha for coming through and kicking this thing off. I appreciate you.
Of course.
You know it.